Hey everyone, welcome to another video from my side. And today in this video, it will be in on a new token that was Archangel or Archangel, however you would like to pronounce it. So, just putting it across to say that I was just randomly running through a few new projects out there, and I found this to be a little interesting. So I joined that Telegram group, got to know the community, got to know the developers a little, and probably had some chats on questions. And based on all the queries that I had, I felt this was something good and interesting to look into. So I did a review, which is in detail of what this token is, and probably that's the most detailed review you would get out there on YouTube, is what I presume. So just go ahead and watch that out. I was also part of the AMA, I believe. So there were some questions that were answered. Probably, I think I have left a video for that too. So please go and check that out as well. Now, having said that, so well, I'm sorry, I got caught up in something. Okay, so here you go. So we have the white paper is released. All right, the white paper is released, and I did get to see it on Telegram first before it was available. I mean, probably a couple of minutes delay, but yeah, I did get to see that. I ran through the white paper and thought needed more clarity, and that's where this video is a little delayed. So I wanted more clarity on certain stuff. So I had a chat with the team out there and wanted to get some more details. Once I got them, here you go, the white paper review for Archangel or Archangel, right? So moving on. Before I begin, the same old disclaimer: I'm not a financial advisor, neither is this any financial advice. This is my purely personal based research and opinions. And please do your own research before you get into any token out there in the crypto space. All right. Having said that, let's move on. I've spoken about the website, I've spoken about the information on the website in depth and in detail in my earlier video on the review front. But so let's directly dive into the white paper portion. And there are certain new things that I did find out in the white paper. That's what I would be sharing with you. So apart from that, just to give you a gist, this white paper would be giving you details on how the project actually commenced, or what gave birth to this project, and what they're planning to do, what their goals are, and what's their long term sustenance, vision, or how do they want to establish themselves in this crypto space out there. Now, speaking of this, before I get into the actual details, let me tell you, trust me on this, I was a little skeptical, 50-50 on this token initially when I was part of the Telegram group. But going through day by day with the messages from the lead dev over there, I believe his name is Joe, I guess. I mean, he's here in one of the devs, the program manager Joe, I believe. So once Joe actually started putting in messages, he started explaining things, his vision of what he wants to actually do with the token, what he has envisioned, in fact, in the long term, not on the short term, guys. It is a long term vision that he has. And probably some of the things that he was speaking definitely gave me a lot of confidence to look into this token a little more deeper, and probably, yes, invest in this as well. So that's where it got me in terms of getting into the Archangel or Archangel. So that's where I like this project. And to be frank, my honest opinion, they have a very big vision, in fact, in the future. And I strongly believe that the way that they're thinking right now, if they follow the same roadmap and they bring out their products as they have probably envisioned them, I'm definitely sure that this is going to be a very good project for a long term investment. So moving on with the white paper real quick. The first one would be, I'll give you snippets of this white paper. You can run through this in detail from your end, because there is a lot of text involved. So I don't like to go in depth with all this stuff. So what I'll give you are snippets. They say that a group of 500 crypto enthusiasts in August 2021, with all walks of life, they joined together under the banner of an unnamed project with an unknown future. So many members of this new community came from a project that was suddenly abandoned by its developer and owner, baby Saitama Inu. Don't tell anyone. Okay. And others joined, having experienced similar situations with other tokens as well. So this is important not for recognition of financial loss or to receive pity, but to understand why and how Archangel was created by these 500 Genesis champions. So this community refused to allow that evil and corrupt aspects of one individual impact their ability to create a valuable and useful crypto asset. Now, what does this actually tell me? Yes, it may look a little dramatic for a few of them out there, because you would say that, "Arey, I just want to invest my money, get some money out, get some profit out. That's what I would look out for." But if you think a little deep, and if you're part of the Telegram group, that this entire paragraph doesn't look dramatic. It proves that they are here to actually establish themselves, and they already know the pain and suffering of all those people out there who have been part of rug pulls, who have been part of scams, who have lost their money investing in unknown tokens which are not good for investment, or probably because the owner or the lead developer or such, those wallets were probably pulled off from the mainstream. So that, I mean, that's your rug pull for you, right? So I mean, there are other investors, there are other developers. See, if I take, for example, a token owner or token community as such, if you take, just imagine that it contains 10 developers out there. Okay, there will be two lead developers. Just an example I'm quoting is two lead developers, eight other normal developers, and one owner as such, a total of 11 people. Now, if the owner and the two lead developers plan or decide to pull off their wallets, which they have control over the liquidity. Now, again, it's a different concept when liquidity pools are locked and the owners have renounced their ownership on the contract, as well as the developer wallets are not there, and it's a fair launch for everyone. That's a different whole new concept. But just saying, if this is the scenario and this is how it happens, then the eight other people who are part of that project, be it any project out there, they are not to be blamed. It's as simple as that. So because even they would not be aware, and they would also be normal investors, or probably yes, they would have received some amount of tokens as probably payment or incentives or anything as such, but nonetheless they are not to be held responsible for the mistake of the owner and these two lead developers that were part of the project who decided to pull the plug, right? So they did join the project with having a lot of vision, and moreover, these other developers who were there, they would have definitely put in their ideas, they would have definitely put in their hard effort and time to probably start building something, or probably give some conceptualized output in terms of how the project should go, how the project should grow going forward. And probably they would have also started development in certain products as well, which would definitely involve a lot of time and effort. And yes, sometimes it does cost money also, and since the project is new, they would have been asked to invest on their own or something like that. I mean, things might happen, lot many things out there, right? And trust me, I'm not speaking about this specific project, I'm speaking of any other crypto project out there. You can go ahead and check out any of the other new projects that have come out. Most of the projects will definitely rely on the community, the voluntary development of products, or volunteer community members who volunteer to do some artwork. I mean, that's how the entire crypto project runs in the first initial phases, until and unless there is some sustenance built and they reach a certain level where they can sustain on their own, right? And that too, some of the tokens do not think of it also, right? So they always depend on donations for further improvement or growth. But yeah, just quoting on those lines, it's really nice to actually see that those kind of eight-ish kind of people are the ones who have come out now, and they said it's enough for us. We have experienced enough, we have seen the pain, we have seen the suffering, and our ideas have gone to vain, right? Gone in vain, in fact. So whatever we hard effort we put in terms of actually bringing out our ideas, or probably start developing in projects, now it's all a waste, since the entire token owner and the lead developers have pulled the plug, and we will not be able to go forward with this launch as well, right? So considering that, I guess they have a very good conceptualized vision in terms of what they want to do in the crypto space, and establish themselves as as a team who is not ready to accept anything as a rug pull or a scam out there. And yes, to all those people who are thinking this Archangel is a scam, please do go ahead and join the Telegram group. Have a talk with all those people out there. I mean, especially with Joe. In fact, you can just have a word and specifically ask questions on why they think that this is not a scam token. And probably, if you are convinced, go ahead and invest. That's my honest opinion out there. I was convinced. I did ask them some difficult questions. In fact, I did get my answers properly, and that's where I was convinced. And there was a bomb drop just now before I was recording this video. I'm gonna roll out another video on that after this. Please do go ahead and watch that as well. It's something really big to watch out for. It's about one of the projects that Archangel has taken up. So watch out for that video before I mean after I release it, after this video in fact. So moving on, guys, yeah, what is Archangel? I mean, the same website description is given over here. It's a dynamic project designed for very beginning to actively drive global adoption and comprehensive use of cryptocurrency and digital assets. So the use case, a lot of people might ask, what would be the utility for this token? And why would I say that the utility of the token is still not defined? Is because they are still in the building phase. It's hardly days old, right? So how the utility would play a vital role is depending on the projects that they come out with. Okay, so but what they're planning to do in terms of the projects is really nice, because they have two kind of parallelly running project visions that they have gone for. The first one would be short term goals, and the second would be your long term goals, ensuring that the project is not just planned for a couple of months or days or weeks. It is planned for years together to come, right? So we will get into it in a few seconds in the coming pages. Now, the objectives and goals, I'll not get into much of detail. They say that they want to grow and sustain a dynamic cryptocurrency ecosystem that provides holders with a valuable multi-generational cryptocurrency asset. Now, honor the consciences of the community while maximizing the sheer power of a diverse, skilled, and experienced volunteer workforce to produce innovative technical solutions that solve problems. And they're heavily reliant on the community front. I'll tell you why it is in the coming pages. Support communities, charities, and organizational projects which consistently produce positive results. Now, this word over here is what I like: charities. Not many people out there, or not many tokens out there, would be interested in doing this. It's all about those kind of people who want to do a rug pull. They are not worried about charities. They do not want to waste their money on charities, right? So even if they do, sometimes those scam tokens always do the charities to someone of their own wallets, not anywhere else. Okay, so that's something that I like. And the goals they have explained a little, not going into detail much, but I'll run through the actual concept in the next pages once we get to that. So the tokenomics and contract address, you can see the 100 quadrillion part and 45% is burned. So that's in the burn wallet. We'll look into Etherscan in a while. And 2% of is burned again, and 2% would be rewarded. And low transaction of 6%. That's your slippage for every transaction that is there. Anti-dump mechanism. Now, I did check with this on what anti-dump mechanisms that they had, because I didn't find that anywhere on the white paper right now. So probably they said they are going to add it in the later stages once they add more details to the white paper, version 2, version 3, kind of stuff like that. So, but yeah, it is available in the Telegram group. So anyone wants to check out, you can check out, or you can also watch this video and share this video with others, and probably they will also get to know. So here is a screenshot of the messages that Joe has sent regarding the anti-dump mechanisms that are there. So if you look at it, you can see that people can sell what they want anytime they want and in any frequency. No limits on how many times you can sell. Now, certain tokens, again, this was a poll conducted, and that is where maximum people said they do not want any limits to be sold. Now, there are certain tokens which in the tokenomics or the contract they have this option where you can only sell specified number of times continuously. Okay, for example, you are making a sell, then immediately within the next 1 second or 2 seconds you won't be able to sell it. Like 2 to 3 times you have sold continuously, you won't be able to do another transaction for say a couple of hours or even a day. That time limit depends on the developer or the project, whoever, however they want to set it, right? So the frequency, people did ask, this was a poll run, and they said no, there is no frequency of stopping anyone from selling. But cells that fall under a 2% price impact are subjected to the normal transaction tax of 6%. Now, whatever the cell volume that you have, if it is having a 2% price impact up to, I guess, 2%, up to 2% in fact, impact, sorry. So you are subject to the normal transaction tax of 6%. All right, so that's the normal slippage that you will be getting. But if it is falling under 2 to 3% of the price impact, between 2 and 3, then it is taxed at 25%. Even the 2.1 guys would be 25% for you. That's a easy 4 times the amount of tax that you would be paying. And now, additionally, if it is more than 3% of the price impact, above the price impact, it is rejected. Now, this is what I love. Cells that go above 3% price impact are rejected. So they won't be able to sell anything above 3%. So the maximum a person can sell, if he wants to sell the tokens, would be up to 3%, that too with a tax of 25%. So imagine if in case a person is trying to sell one ETH worth, I mean, that is the, I mean, just taking an example, and that one ETH falls in the bracket of 2 to 3% of price impact. So then he would be getting 0.75 ETH. That's how nice it is. Yes, so that would deter a lot of sellers in terms of get, even though they're selling more number of tokens, reflections would be more, but the amount of profit that they would get would be very less. Now you can always argue a person who would have invested zero point 0.1 ETH or zero point 0.2 ETH can go ahead and sell it, but 8 times the profit that he has got, or 5 times the profit, I'm sorry, that he has got, and reduce it by a few margin, but still 25%, that's 0.25 ETH for a 1 ETH transaction. Think of it, it's still a huge number, right? So taking that into account, that's really nice. I really like this anti-dump mechanism that's there because of the last point that they have. So there are other projects out there, yes, they are having, I mean, in fact, if you look at Jetstar also, I have reviewed that as well, to be opinion and, I mean, frank and open. Yes, they do have the same kind of mechanism where they have 20% taxation as well as 30% taxation. But here the last point is what I really loved about this project, because the cells that go above 3% would be totally rejected. You won't be able to sell beyond 3% at any point of time. And imagine how this would actually see. Currently, the price is very low and it's very fairly new. I do not want to look at the price as such. I'll just show it to you in the Dex tools, but I wouldn't like to speak about the price point. Like I said, it takes a minimum of at least 6 months for us to go ahead and correctly speak about the price. But yeah, depending on a lot of other factors, if certain cases where the projects are already ready, yes, we can definitely speak about price. But in this particular project, I would definitely pick up the price point after probably a month or so, or probably a couple of weeks, because I would like to see how the progress goes in terms of what they're planning to build and what they're planning to achieve, and in fact the token holder count as well. So it's still not listed in coin market cap, still not listed in coin gecko. They have submitted the application just a couple of days back, and it will take time, guys. Think of it for a couple of weeks, yeah, around 14 days time, and 15 days time. I think mid October we would be, by maximum mid October, I think we should be listed on both the, we would be able to see, I mean, the Archangel token on both the exchange, sorry, websites for information. Now, moving on, again, I like this part where they have always conducted polls for each and every major decision that they want to make. And trust me, it is available on their website. You can come down to their website, you can come down here to this section where you can go ahead and see every vote ever taken by our community. And this will be actually updated every once in a while. They keep running polls in the Telegram group, asking questions in terms of opinions of all the community members, basis the maximum token, maximum voting that happens, again anonymous, and based on that is when they will go ahead and decide. So it's all about the community, guys. So it's very nice to see that each and every major decision is still taken up by the community itself. So this is nice to see, and you can run through this each and every part. You can see restrictions on single transaction cells and token launch, even the logo, right? So even the submission for CoinGecko and Coin Market Cap, when do they want to submit? So 64% of them said 3 to 5 days after launch. Nice, they went for it. They just submitted a couple of days back. Transaction tax percentage also you can see here. Excuse me. So anti-dump mechanism as well. So like I was showing in the other screenshot, the official logo, even for that they have conducted a poll, right? So the first one, was conducted between around 7 logos, and then out of that it was picked three, and again the same poll was conducted, out of which one of the logo, the current one that we see here, was chosen. And this is really nice to see because they are still engaging with the community, they are still taking the community feedback, and many of them are running through anonymous polls as such. Now when you're running a poll, what happens, you are giving options to people to choose from, and it's a purely opinionated decision is what you would take. It would not be like, I want to do this, I will do this, but it is more about the community wants to do this, let us do this. So it doesn't mean that other features, especially for the features to incorporate part, Joe did confirm on this. Just because we see that the number one feature that is chosen over here with the highest vote is taken up first, the staking pool in the first phase, the other features which are also part of this poll are not something that they are not going to look out. They are going to work on it, but it will take some time and it's in a lower priority for them. That's how it is. All right, so that's it about it, and probably you can go ahead and run through this other polls in details if you want to go through. And I mean, if you want to know more about how the polling system and what all they poll, they actually put a poll out for. Now, moving on with the white paper, the self-sustaining ecosystem part. This is something that I really love because of this multi-signature wallet that is existing. Now, how this works? Simple and straightforward. I mean, the buy or sell transaction would have 2% of reflection rewards that would go, 2% would be to the burn, and 94% would be given back to the person who is selling or buying. 6% of the transaction tax, the taxes, the slippage that you actually pay, that would be split on the 2% portion between four different pools or wallets. That is like, one is exchange budget, which takes 58% of this 2%. Now, marketing budget, 14% of this 2%. Again, staking pools or swaps, again 14% of this 2%. Charity or organizational projects, 14% of this 2%. Now, this is really nice to see that they have split this across all the four, and this is well thought of. Why I'm saying it is well thought of is they're having exchange budget of 58% of this 2%, which definitely is nice because they do require a lot of amount of money uh, in terms of listing in very big exchanges. Say for example, if it's a normal exchange which is mediocre also, I strongly believe that it would cost no less than $25,000 just for a listing of one single pair. Again, okay. So then again, you would also incur some cost in terms of providing liquidity, the transfers, and all those stuff. So there is some cost involved, and it is nice to see that they have actually planned it well ahead in time, so that once the token gains momentum and the project grows a little farther, then they will definitely have to get themselves listed in centralized exchanges. Since right now, at least, they do not have any plan of launching their own exchange or stuff, I think this would be a better option for them to get more visibility and get more holders or people into the project as well. Now, marketing budget of 14%, that's also nice because you do require money for publicity and stuff. Then the staking pools and the charity portion really did interest me because once you have this staking mechanism built in, each and every transaction collating or providing some benefit to the staking pool or swaps would add into the swaps liquidity one and the staking pools reward system that they're planning to build. I don't know how they are planning to build the staking system reward pools. We are yet to see that once it happens, but it's nice to see that they have already well thought of it, and it's already accumulating right now. If you look at it, it's already accumulating right now. So when the staking pool launches, then I believe that the initial stages where people get into the staking pools, they would definitely be able to get a higher reward than people who would be entering after say a couple of weeks or so. Again, depends on the number of people who actually get into the staking part. Yet to see once the product launches. Just my speculation on views, guys. Now, moving on the technical development overview part, this is where I said they have two different approaches on the two-prong system as they mentioned on the website. It's one, the short-term goals and the long-term goals. They call the short-term as feature path and the long-term as epic path. Now, in my next video, I'm going to reveal you with one of the epic parts that Joe just revealed to us today in the morning when I was having a chat on the Telegram group. So it is really nice to see. Please do watch out for that video as well. I'll be rolling that out as soon as this video is live, and probably you will be able to get to know about it. You're hearing it first here on the YouTube channel. So moving on, I mean, if you're part of Telegram, you would have already heard it, but on a YouTube channel. If you are watching it only on the YouTube channel, this would be the first video that we will be hearing about it. So, moving on again, they have this system where they have short-term goals and long-term goals. Nice to see, because both of them will be working simultaneously. It's not like once I achieve these short-term goals is when I look into the long-term goals. But what they're planning to do is have simultaneously, the project started up. So the short-term goals would be, done within a couple of months duration, but the long-term would definitely take a 9 month uh, period. So that's their target that they have kept. Really nice to see, and that's the professionalism I really like, because they have already set the target for 9 months. Now, tentatively, yes, it might extend a little, but nonetheless, they have already set a short-term goal of 3 months for each project, and a long-term goal of 9 months for each project. So they've started working towards that. Now, whatever happens in the future in terms of extension of these dates, it's absolutely fine as long as the products are good and we can experience a good number of features that would be added, or the utility that would be added to this token. And I mean, explanation of the epic path, again the same old thing which is also there in the website. You can check out my other review on the details front for more details on how this works. The stages of progression. Now they have also already quoted that they are actually they have commenced work on the epic one trade or the project, the markets Michael release. So what they are going to do in the market space, their solution or their product that they are going to come out with, which would help in terms of in the markets area. I'm going to reveal that in the next video. So that's really nice and interesting. I really like that idea. If in case they execute it the way they are saying it would be executed, trust me, it will be a revolutionary product out there. Now, moving on, social websites, you have the details and stuff. That's it for the white paper right now. Now, I know a lot of people, I mean, might think the white paper contains a lot of text and just some random images and stuff like that. We do not have much more details. Guys, just to be true, just because certain projects do not have some fancy white paper does not mean they are not good. So I'm a person who would definitely look at the content of the white paper, the way that the team is planning to come out with solutions, rather than having those flashy kind of things on the white paper and stuff. Yes, they have given us a lot of wordings to read through, but in the same, the content is existent. The information that they want to provide is available. So that's my opinion, guys. Let me know what your opinion is in the comment section below. Now, let me just quickly take you to the chart. I mean, just to show you what price is and how the chart looks. It's just been a couple of days. I wouldn't be bothered about this particular price point or so. And I just let it ride for probably a couple of weeks and see how it runs. So the market cap currently is at just $10 million. And that's really nice to see. They have achieved their first milestone of $5 million market cap, and that would definitely be growing as and when we see a lot more news and projects coming out from the team. Again, subject to how they put across and hold on to their words in terms of providing the product details and stuff. And I strongly believe yes, they are going to do this, because the team is nice. And like I've been saying, I've been in conversation with a lot of, I mean, with the team members as well here, especially Joe, Archangel token, Joe, the dominated lead. So it's really nice to see that he is a very knowledgeable person. He has a good vision, in fact, and I'm pretty confident now, I would say, because initially, like I already quoted, I was 50-50. But after having a word with Joe, after having seeing the conversations happening on Telegram group and how he actually envisions this token to be in near future, I really am very confident and bullish about this project right now. So you can head down to Telegram as well, join the group, run through the chats, run through the pin messages. If you are still confident enough, go ahead and invest. This is the right time for you to make some big amount of money, guys. Trust me on that. I mean, that's my personal opinion. Again, if you want to trust my opinion, yes, this is something that you can definitely make some big amount of money on. And I'm definitely sure that 100 million market cap is not far away, because it's easy to achieve for this token, especially with the community backing, as well as the ideas or the visions that they have in place. So looking forward for that. And let's see how it runs. I'm a little bullish with a couple of zeros knocked off probably by the end of this year. and the 1-0 knockoff might happen sooner than we expect, because if you come down to the holder count, right now currently on etherscan, if you check on that, I'll also leave the link for this in the description below, you can come down and check. It's 756 at the time of recording this video. And one more thing I would like to also, put across here is, if you see all these wallets which are there, the 1 trillion or 1.92 trillion that has been given out, these wallets are the ones that received the airdrop, which was given to people who had donated 0.005 ETH, I believe. Yeah, no, zero point zero 0.01 ETH. I'm sorry. Yeah, zero point zero 0.01 Ethereum, or 50% of their baby Saitama Inu tokens. Whatever they had in baby Saitama Inu, since that was a rug pull and some of the developers are part of this Archangel team as well, they wanted to give back or probably reduce the losses of those guys who had, got into the rug pull or the scam for the token. So they also gave that opportunity for people to get Archangel tokens up to 2 trillion, right? You say 2 trillion, and why do I say now 1.92? It is still subject to burns, that 6% taxation that is existing. So along with that, the burn and the taxation and the reflections, all those included, you would see this total number coming down to 1.92 trillion as such. So all these token holders out there are all those who got reflections, I'm sorry, airdrops for the donations of either baby Saitama or zero point zero 0.01 Ethereum. Nice to see. And I did go through the transactions in detail. I mean, every transaction is a legit one. I mean, how do I call it legit? If you are an Ethereum Etherscan expert, you would get to know. But as far as I have done my research, all those are from legitimate wallets. They're not for some from some single wallet where it's just a outward kind of a transaction that keeps going on. You know, those scam airdrops. You can refer to my trust wallet scam videos. That is where you will get to know how you can identify a scam token, and where you can see that such a scam happens in terms of airdrops as well. So go check that out. You will get to know what I'm speaking in terms of etherscan transactions. Now, having said that, this is a very early stage for me to actually project on what Archangel would be able to do, or what their future, price point and all those stuff. I wouldn't like to speak, like I said, but like I already quoted, I am very bullish, and I'm very much sure that we would be knocking off the zero very soon. Because, see, simple mathematics to be precise, guys, it's just a 10 million market cap, and the number of holders, once they start increasing, imagine this just goes up by tenfold, 7,000 holders. That's enough. I mean, just quoting, okay, it may be even lesser than that. Even for 2,000, we might experience a big spike in the market volume, provided a lot more people get into a lot more tokens. It's not only on the token holder count, but I'm seeing a nominal number with minimal purchases also. If we reach a number of holder of 7,000 as such out there, we will definitely see a 10%, 10 times jump in the diluted market cap. I mean, just speculating that each one purchases an equal amount of token in small quantities as well, and the number of holders increases by 10 times. It's just a normal speculation. Okay, so tell me and let me know what you guys think on what the market cap, diluted market cap, not the price, the diluted market cap would be probably in a month from now. Let me know in the comment section below, and share your views as well on this token and the market cap and how it would do. And that's it for this video, guys. So please do watch out for another video where I'll be revealing a big secret of the epic project that is going to come out with Archangel community or the Archangel team. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please do hit the like button if you like this video, and subscribe to my channel for more such videos, as well as other videos which I have done on other tokens as well. These are all my honest opinions, nothing biased. I'm in no way affiliated to any of those tokens. I'm an investor myself in all those tokens, and that's where I would like to go ahead and portray my views and spread the word on any new project or good project that I feel is worthy enough to have a look at. So, thank you so much again for watching this video. Have fun. Have a nice weekend as well.